Welcome to This Explainer. I'm going to be your personal business mentor today. We are unpacking some absolutely game-changing insights from Chapter 14 of Jonathan Reed's book, Start a Business from Zero. Look, if you're building a business, an offer, or a service, you've probably hit that frustrating wall where you know exactly what you do, but people just aren't buying it. Well, today, I'm going to show you why you've got to stop selling your hard work, your complex processes, and your systems, and start selling the only thing your customer actually cares about: the destination.
So what if you stopped selling your hard work and started selling the destination? Let's dive right into this because it totally flips everything you might have been taught right on its head. The absolute biggest trap I see beginners fall into: pitching their tools, their exhaustive step-by-step methods, and the sheer effort they put into their work. They think they're selling a mechanism. But the truth, your customer doesn't want another mechanism. They want emotional and practical relief. They just want a change.
Section 1. Results over processes. Focus on the outcome. As your mentor today, I really need you to internalize this fundamental business truth before we go any further. People do not care about your systems. They couldn't care less about your spreadsheets, your modules, or the 50 hours you spent designing your program. They care entirely and exclusively about the specific, meaningful change they're going to experience in their own lives. Results over processes, always. You might be incredibly proud of your complex productivity methodology, all those tangled gears and methods, but your client, they're actually just shopping for the feeling of being relaxed and in control. They are buying a way out of their daily stress. They want outcomes, profound emotional relief, and a regained sense of order. If you're selling complex methods while they're shopping for relief, you're literally just talking past each other. This whole concept is rooted in a psychological principle called goal-directed behavior. Think about it. Nobody buys a gym membership just because they have this burning, passionate desire to own a small barcode scannable piece of plastic to hang on their keys, right? Or because they just love lifting heavy metal objects until they sweat. No way. They buy it to feel stronger, healthier, and vastly more confident when they look in the mirror. They act because of what the product leads to, not what the product is.
Section 2. The customer as the hero. Moving from pain to relief.
To really nail this, we have to understand their exact state of pain. We need to make your customer the hero of their own transformation story. Picture a freelance graphic designer waking up on a Tuesday morning. The alarm goes off and instantly a knot forms in their stomach. They open a chaotic, overflowing inbox. Deadlines are colliding. They're staring at a glowing screen, and the crushing weight of overwhelming anxiety is literally paralyzing their morning. That terrifying feeling of, I can't breathe, is their current reality. This isn't just a business problem anymore, you guys. This is ruining their daily life. Now visualize the exact moment they use your solution. Imagine that same freelancer, but now they possess the new skill of creating a clear, actionable daily plan using your system. That specific, paralyzing anxiety we just talked about, it vanishes instantly. It's immediately replaced by a profound, practical sense of control. Instead of dreading the morning, they can finally just sit back, sip their coffee, look at their structured day, and know exactly what to do first. That instant relief, that incredible surge of confidence, that is exactly what you are selling. By constantly contrasting this incredibly painful before state with their newly empowered after state, we create massive motivation. Our brains are totally wired to understand change through contrast. When your client clearly sees the huge gap between the confusion and overwhelm they feel right now and the clarity and structure you're offering, the desire to embrace your solution becomes absolutely undeniable.
Section 3. Setting the GPS destination. Mapping the route.
To help your customer successfully cross that bridge from their current pain to their future relief, we have to leverage mental simulation. When your customer can vividly and clearly visualize what their daily life looks like after their painful problem is solved, it creates massive decision clarity. Abstract promises, those are incredibly easy for a customer to postpone or ignore. But a concrete, deeply imagined better future, that drives immediate action. Think of it like a GPS. When you get in your car and type an address into your navigation, you don't need to memorize every single left and right turn before you put the car in drive, do you? You just need absolute confidence in the destination. As your mentor, I'm telling you, you must tell your client that the transformation is the destination. Your product, your coaching, your software, that is merely the route. Stop boring them with the turns and start selling them the destination. To program that GPS correctly for your client, you've got to map out the transformation across 3 distinct levels of their experience. First, practically, from what state to what state. Second, and most importantly, emotionally, from how it feels right now to how it will feel after. And third, behaviorally, from their chaotic current actions to their controlled desired behavior. If you hit all three of these, your message is going to resonate on a deep human level. Section 4, Crafting Your Core Promise, the ultimate formula.
Now that we deeply understand the destination and the emotional stakes, let's roll up our sleeves. We're going to put this into practice and craft the actual core promise you'll make to your clients. I want you to memorize this structure. It is the ultimate formula for clarity. I help customer go from pain/before to result/after. This simple formula acts as a guardrail. It forces you to stop talking about yourself and forces you to combine an emotional state change with a practical, measurable gain for the client. Let's actually look at this formula in action with 3 different versions. First, the weak version. I help freelancers be more organized. It's vague, it's boring, and it completely lacks emotional punch. Next, the better version. I help freelancers manage their weekly schedule. Okay, this is a bit more concrete, but it still focuses heavily on the process. Now, look at the ultimate version. I help busy freelancers go from overwhelming task anxiety to having a clear, actionable daily plan. Boom! You have the specific client, the exact emotional pain they want gone, and the highly desirable, tangible daily result. That is a promise that sells. So the crucial point is this. When you write out your ultimate statement, you might look at it and think, oh, this is too basic. I need to use bigger words. Do not do that. Simple does not mean weak. Simple means clear. As your mentor, I promise you that if your core transformation statement feels almost too simple, you are doing it perfectly right. Cognitive psychology shows us that abstract language creates low engagement. Clarity is what ultimately wins trust and makes the sale. Section 5, the Outsider Clarity Test, the 48-hour challenge. To make sure you've achieved that absolute razor-sharp clarity, Jonathan Reed issues a specific behavioral challenge that I want you to execute within the next 48 hours. Here's your homework. Take your brand new core promise, walk up to someone entirely outside of your industry, a friend, a neighbor, a complete stranger, and just read it to them. Then, ask them what it means. If they furrow their brow, or if you have to jump in to offer extra explanation to help them understand it, your promise is not clear enough. You've got to go back to the drawing board. Run their reaction through this clarity checklist. 1. Did they understand it instantly, without any mental gymnastics? 2. Could they immediately recognize who the target customer is? And 3. Does the transformation sound like something that actually matters? If an outsider can check off all 3 of these boxes, congratulations. You have successfully stopped selling confusing processes, and you finally started selling true, powerful transformation. I want to leave you with a profound thought to guide your entire business journey. People don't buy what you do, they buy who they become after it works. Look at your current offer today and ask yourself honestly, who are you helping your customers become? Take a hard look at your landing page, your pitch, or your service right now. Are you forcing your audience to buy a complex map, or are you finally ready to sell them the destination?